I woke up to the sound of a tow truck in my driveway, illegally towing my car away. I ran outside in my pajamas, still barefoot. Hey, what are you doing? The guy operating the controls turned around, and my stomach dropped. It was Samson, my best friend since middle school. He owned his own towing company, and looked at me with absolutely zero guilt on his face. This is illegal repossession. Step back, he said. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Legal repossession? This is my car. I own it, I yelled at Samson. I can't get to work without it, Samson grinned at me. Well, you should have thought about that before being selfish. He went back to towing. That was the exact moment I realized what this was all about, and just started laughing. You see, 2 months ago, I married my wife. It was a small wedding with 30 people in my backyard because we were broke. During reception, Samson stood up to give a toast. He pulled out an envelope, walked over to us, and handed it to my wife with a big grin on his face. I know you guys are struggling right now, so I got you something special. She opened it. Inside was a lottery scratch ticket. Everyone laughed. Classic Samson, always the joker. My wife grabbed a coin from her purse and shrugged. Might as well. She scratched it right there in front of everyone. 1 line, 2 lines. Then she stopped. The table went quiet because her hands were shaking. Oh my god. I looked at the ticket. Then I grabbed it out of her hands because I didn't believe what I was seeing. We won a car. A brand new car. At our own wedding. From a scratch ticket. The whole reception exploded. People were screaming and crying and trying to hug us. Our old car had died 2 weeks before the wedding. We had no money to buy a new one, and no idea how we were going to get to work. So this felt like divine intervention. Like the universe was finally giving us a break. Samson was the hero of the night. Everyone kept buying him drinks and slapping his back. He soaked it up. Loved every second. Then a few hours later, he pulled me aside. His face was different now. No smile. No warmth. So I've been thinking, he said. I gave you that ticket. Technically, that car is half mine. I laughed. Thought he was joking, but he wasn't. I think you should sell it and split the money with me. I stared at him. You're serious? Dead serious, he answered. That ticket came from me. I deserve half. I put my hand on my head. Samson, you have money. Your parents come from money. You have your own company. This car is worth like 3 grand. You don't need the 1,500. Samson scoffed at me. I don't care what I need. I want what's mine. I told him no. It was a gift. That's how gifts work. You don't give someone a present, then ask for half of it back. He stared at me for a long time without blinking. Then he turned around and walked away. Didn't say goodbye. Just left. That was 2 months ago. We hadn't spoken since, until right now. I grabbed his arm in my driveway. Stop, right now. He shoved me off hard. I told you. Legal repossession. There's nothing you can do. Repossession for what? I own this car. There's no debt. He smiled at me. That same smile from the wedding. Then he reached into his truck and pulled out a stack of papers. Paperwork says otherwise. He shoved them into my chest. I looked down. Repossession order for my car. Towing authorization. All of it looked official. Stamped with Holloway Towing's logo. Samson climbed back in the truck, and the engine roared as he started pulling away. My car. The car my wife and I used to drive to work. Being stolen by the guy who handed it to us. I pulled out my phone and recorded everything. Then I called 911. Samson Holloway is stealing my car from my driveway. He owns Holloway Towing. Police arrived in 8 minutes. Samson was already gone, but I had the footage. The officer looked at the repossession order, then pulled up my registration and ran a check on it. It came back clean. These documents are forged, he said. He created a fake repossession order using his company's letterhead. That's not just theft. That's fraud. I filed a police report that same morning. Then I went downtown and filed a formal complaint with the city licensing board. 2 weeks later, the city held a hearing. Samson walked in like he owned the place. Suit and tie. Confident smile. Like this was all a big misunderstanding he'd charm his way out of. The board held up the papers he gave me. Mr. Holloway, did you create these documents? He smiled. Those are standard forms. The lawyer narrowed in on him. Standard forms for a lien that was never filed? We checked the records. There's no repossession order on this vehicle. You made it up using your company's position. Samson shifted in his seat. There was a verbal agreement. A verbal agreement doesn't give you the right to forge documents, the lawyer interrupted. Samson's face went red. Then he snapped. That car should have been mine. I gave him that ticket. The room went silent. He just admitted it in front of everyone. The board ruled unanimously. Towing license revoked. Permanently. His case was referred to the district attorney for criminal charges. Samson jumped up. You can't do this. My father built this company. The board chair didn't blink. Your father built the company. You just destroyed it. I got my car back the next day.